Observation. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Observation is a sci-fi thriller covering what happened to Dr. Emma Fisher and the crew of her mission through the lens of the station's artificial intelligence, Sam. Players assume the role of Sam by operating the station's control systems, cameras and tools to assist Emma in discovering what is happening to the station, the vanished crew and Sam himself. First things first, guys, if you do suffer from epilepsy, I suggest switching this video off right now. Simply because there's going to be a shit ton of flashing weird stuff going on your screen. It's so bad in this game that I literally couldn't play the game for more than half an hour. It was giving me headaches. Oh, I've got a headache as well. It was my birthday stream last night. I did an all-nighter, had way too much to drink. We were playing Total War 3 Kingdoms co-op. Fantastic night, I really enjoyed it. But I'm paying the price today. Damn it. So if I sound a bit rough during this this review, you know why. So yeah. So Observation is the name of the space station that you're on, and it's pretty much the International Space Station. You play the role of Sam, the artificial intelligence, the onboard computer, if you like. And to be honest with you, this game is pretty much like, it's heavily influenced by 2001 A Space Odyssey and a certain episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. There will be no spoilers in this, so you know, I can't say much about the main part of the game, which is the story, but I will give you the trimmings, if you like, without spoiling anything. But before I do any of that, let's just have a quick look at the graphics. I thought it looked alright, except for the actual animations. The animations are horrible, especially of the faces of the people. They look dead. They look like kind of latex sex dolls. Not that... yeah. Oh, just stop ringing the bell, Mac. You got a blinding headache. So... yeah, the animations were pretty shit, but it does look really atmospheric, and especially the effects on the camera that give me a headache, and my girlfriend got a headache as well when she tried to play it. It's just hideous what they've done, but it's brilliant at the same time. It fits perfectly into the story, into the setting, but it does your fucking head in when you're playing it. So yeah, this is not going to be for everybody just because of the visualization of the way they've presented this game through the cameras, the distorted interference and stuff like that. So that was a big problem. Sound-wise, fantastic. Really is. The voice acting in this is fantastic, especially with Emma. She is one of the best voice actors I've ever seen in a video game. Really, really well done. Here's a clip.
Josh? Houston? Anyone? What? Wait a minute, Sam? Our internal communication network is fully online. Where has everyone gone?
She makes it very, very believable. And along with the camera effects, it's a very immersive game. It really is, until she takes a helmet off and you see the lip syncing and the dead eyes. That's a shame. They should have left the helmets on. So what's it like then? Well, the story's good. It's a good kind of story, this game. I really did like the story. It's thrilling. It's kind of a bit sinister. It's unnerving. Can't say much. It sucks because I want to say a lot, but I daren't because I don't want to spoil it. And it's only a 5-hour game, this, so you know it wouldn't take much to actually ruin this. So let's move away from the story and move on to the gameplay. And this is the big downer for me. The gameplay in this game is, I found it unbelievably tedious and shite. I mean, I really did. If you're going to have a story game, you have to have at least decent gameplay. Because if you don't, then, hey, just give us the fucking book and I'll just read the book on it. Because if I'm not kind of drawn in by the gameplay that's going alongside the story, then it's not a game, really. Now, this is the thing with this. The gameplay revolves around you being Sam. You can access any part of the space station just by a simple click, and you operate the cameras. You see through the cameras in the specific sections of the space station. And you use that with a keyboard. The cameras turn very slowly but very realistically. You can zoom in, zoom out, and you can interface with laptops and door controls and control panels and all of that kind of stuff. You also have a sphere that has a camera, and you can get in that, and when they transfer your AI to that, and you can like steer that around the ship, so you have kind of mobility when you have that. You can also go outside the ship as well and scan different things and talk back to Emma, and that's a really cool thing because you can literally have a conversation with Emma. You can go outside, she might say look for damage on something, and you find the damage, and then you zoom in on it, and then you can press R on the keyboard, or if you're using a control or something else, to respond back, and then she will respond back to you. So that's all kind of nice, and like I said earlier on, it's nice and immersive. But what you do as Sam is mind-numbingly boring. It's all puzzle after puzzle after puzzle. You know when you play an Alien Isolation or Prey or one of them kind of first-person shooters, or like a third-person shooter like Dead Space, and then you'll come to a part where you can't progress any further because you have to do one of these mundane little shitty puzzles to open a door. It's like a little mini-game, and you think, oh god, that was boring, but at least I'm through the door. Right, carry on. Well, imagine a game where all you do are them little fucking mini games. Yeah, well, welcome to observation, because that's the gameplay in this. You will do puzzle after puzzle after puzzle. Some of them are so frustrating. Like, you'll have a schematic and you'll have to remember where these patterns are and what each pattern does on a schematic, and it'll be all dots, and you'll have a line that connects dots in a certain direction. You have to redraw that on a blank canvas of dots, so you have to count out how many dots down. 5 dots down, 1 dot in on the right hand side, then along 4 dots, up 4 dots, right 3 dots, down 3 dots, right 2 dots. There we go, got that. I mean, me rigid. I mean, that's the gameplay in this. That's what you have to do over and over and over again, and say, oh, can you just move from EAS 1 to EAS 11 please? And so you go along these things trying to open the doors. Oh, I'll interface with the laptop. Oh, there, I've got a code off the laptop. Oh, I'll interface with the door now. Where's the controller? There it is over there. I've interfaced with you. Oh, to progress you've got to solve this little fucking puzzle. Oh God. Simon says, okay, well, what's this shape, that shape, that shape? You copy, okay, and this, that, and that. Okay, now squiggle, circle that looks like an eye, what looks like a pie symbol on its side, and then this stupid thing. Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah, next. And then it's just Simon fucking Says. It's like that all the way through for 5 hours of doing that. Oh, you've got to save this crew member's life by doing this. Oh shit, that's another fucking puzzle. You got to be quick. Hold down W, hold down S, release W, hold down E. It's just, honestly, that's the gameplay, while this great story's going on. And for £20, guys, for 5 hours of mundane puzzles, I'm not, no, I don't, no. Bells, I don't like it. I don't like that. I like the story, I like the characters, I like the voice acting, I like the whole way it looks. So for me, right, I would much rather go onto YouTube and watch somebody else play it and sit back and just enjoy the story whilst eating popcorn. It's one of them games. It's one of them games that's more fun to watch someone else do it than actually doing it yourself, because I found it absolutely frustrating, but I found the story really good, and the ending I thought was quite good as well. I kind of had a bit of an idea of what was going to happen at the end. It wasn't exactly as I thought, but it's a good story. I mean, the story is good. So what I'll say is this: look, if you are into space sci-fi thrillers and you're a big Star Trek fan or a Space Odyssey fan, you might enjoy this, but buyer beware, my goodness, it gets very tedious and frustrating, and you just want the story to keep progressing, but you've got these big barriers that keep coming up that are more fucking frustrating than they are actually fun, and you've got to get past these, and it's a nightmare at times. So it's up to you guys. If you really want a good story and to partake in it, then go ahead. For me, I was just getting headaches. It's just the camera work was just really, really annoying for me, as were the little tedious puzzles. But overall, a great story, but for £20, 5 hours of this, nah, not worth a buy.